Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox Postgame Podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! I don't want to yell it, but I was about to, okay? So as we start off tonight, hey everybody, welcome into the Halos in the Infield postgame show with ToddFox. I'm here on Thursday wrapping up the Texas Rangers series. We're going to get into the coulda, woulda, shoulda. We're going to get into the mistakes in this game. We're going to get into the great plays. There is so much to dive into this one. I just don't know where to start first. I guess I'll just go through the scoring and the box score, but I've got some rants. I have got some fucking rants that are good and bad. And believe me, I will get to all of it before I get to your comments and all that other stuff going along with it. So with that being said, 714 tickets, 714 tickets. Get those tickets. Call 714 tickets for that $55 special, which gets you all that stuff for the tailgate on July 1st. You won't be disappointed. So with that being said, let's get into it. Use that 10% Heedy promo code in the checkout and get 10% off of every ticket purchase, no matter how many times you do it. Okay, let's get into the scoring because I'm going to get into the lineups too. I'm going to get into a lot of stuff because there's just so much to dive into. Let's get it going right away. Angels just won a butt clincher 5-3, improved to 39-32, and pick up another crucial game. Had they lost today, getting the split, it would not have felt good. Going into the series, anticipating a split felt good. Once you won those first two games, you have to step on the throat like some of you said and I've said from day one. Yet this bitch team likes to pussyfy the bullpen and other lineups and everything else like that. And now there's excuse of injuries that we can't just stomp on another team's throat. And at half capacity, if you want to call it, the Angels went out there and took care of business tonight. With a lot of guys missing, with an automatic out. And I'll talk about that automatic out. I will talk about that automatic out. But let's start the scoring. Chad Wallach homers for the 6th time this year. 3 times he's done it as a pinch hitter. 3 times he's done it as a starter. The dude is good. He's good. 1-0 Angels in the second inning. But that takes you past the first inning when they had the bases loaded and Gio Urshela grounds into like the 30,000th double play going into the inning to end the inning. And then all of a sudden the Angels in the bottom of the third give up a double, RBI double to Nathaniel Lowe would score off the Garcia double. It's 1-1. Then Jonah Heim singles. It's 2-1. Mickey Moniak would single and drive in a run to make it 2-2. And then Mickey Moniak would come back in the 7th with a home run, his 6th on the year, to deep center field. Clutch home run off of Nathan Eovaldi, who it looked like at the time Shohei Ohtani was going to get yet another no decision, which would have been his 5th no decision in a row. However, Shohei Ohtani said, you know what, we need more runs. I don't think Moniak's home run's going to get it done. I think we need another home run. And guess what? He bombed one. And here's the thing that I'll say. Through Shohei Ohtani's struggles, I've said it before and I'll say it again. When he's struggling, his hat's spinning. He's trying to pull everything. They showed on the stat track his 4 home runs in Texas. Where were they all hit? Left center field. That means he's just on it, dude. His contact is right there. The barrel of the bat is on the ball. He's seeing the ball like a freaking softball right now. That's great to hear. So it's 5-2 at this moment. You're thinking the game's in hand. Soriano just, Davinsky had a little bit of trouble in the bottom of the 7th inning, but he pitched out of it. He walked that first guy, should have been strike 3. The umpires in this game and in this entire series have been ass with a capital A. They've been ass. Terrible umpiring. And so what does Nevin do? He allows, they get a guy on. okay, move him over. They get a big out. The runner advances the third. He walks Seager to put the go-ahead runner on. Stupid-ass move. Nevin got bailed out by good pitching by Davinsky to get out of it. Because otherwise, a single right there, and you just have to pitch to the greatest hitter of all time, being Seager. I don't know why and what the obsession with this team and the analytics that goes from upstairs, Manassian down to Nevin, why we give so much respect to a piece of shit hit. No, I'm not going to say that. He's a good hitter. He's not elite, but he's a very good hitter, but he's not elite. Why are we putting that elite shade on him? Why are we putting him up there with Bonds? He does not deserve the kind of complimentary pitching that we're giving him, the respect. We give Seager way too much respect as an organization. So with enough of that, they bring in Estevez. Wayne Rendazzo's just oh my God, he's pitched 3 times in 4 games. Oh my God. Poor Estevez. Oh my God, he must be so tired. Someone give him some NyQuil after this one. He's going to have a hard time sleeping. Oh my God, his arm's going to fall off. Shut up. He just didn't have it tonight. That happens to closers. I'm not shocked he walked the bases loaded. I've seen it plenty of times with other closers. Troy Percival, go down the line. Frankie Rodriguez, Lee Arthur Smith, keep going back in time for Angels closers. They've all done it. Fuentes, you just sometimes don't have a good night. But Wayne Randazzo's just jacking off saying, oh, no. He's so tired. Oh, he's so tired. Please get him out of there, Nevin. Oh, my God, save him, Nevin. And you know what? It sucks because it worked out again for Nevin. Because he brought out Brandon Webb, or whatever his name is, Webb, and he did a hell of a job. He got squeezed on the run that he allowed. That was strike 3. 7 other times in the game. But that strike zone was all over the fucking place. That home plate umpire was terrible. That's why 3 of the Texas Rangers coaching staff, including Simeon, got thrown out tonight. Seaman, sorry. But it just pissed me off. Webb came in there and just did a hell of a job. That should have been a clean inning. But he saved Estevez's ass. The only thing I like about Nevin at the end is he had a long-ass talk with him. And was like, hey, man, look, I bet you anything. He was like, your guy got your back. You messed up. You didn't have it tonight, but you'll get him next time. That kind of rah-rah thing. I'm okay with that kind of Nevin. I like the fact that he spent time talking with him like he would as he's a catcher. He's a born catcher. And he went in there and he talked to Estevez and he walked him off the plank. He's like, all right, man, you did your thing. You had a little trouble tonight, but look, this is how deep we are. I love this bullpen, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we got the win. We held on. We took 3 of 4. But we could be sitting 3.5 out right now, maybe even 2.5. But you threw in the towel last night. And I got some flack on the replay and for some of the shit that I said on Instagram this morning from some fans saying, well, what do you want him to do? Do you just ignore the rest of the bullpen? Fuck yeah, you do! You need this series. If you want to jack off against Kansas City, then be my guest. But you could have swept this series. That's what I'm going to grow hair to pull it out. Because you won 3 of 4. Congratulations. I'm happy. That's more than what I predicted, okay? I predicted a split. We won 3 out of 4. But when you realize that you had game 3 in your hands, you could have squeezed one more run because Ohtani got you that late home run. Had you put the right pitchers in there last night, you get the job done, you win the game. You sweep the series. You beat their best pitcher today, Evaldi. And Shohei finally gets a decision, finally gets a win. But you had him. You had this series, but you could have swept them, and I guarantee you sent a message winning 3 out of 4. But you could have freaking wrote a script in a book by sweeping their ass. You really could have. It would have sent something to the rest of the league so that they actually believe in the Angels now, or say, hey, man, the Angels can play toe-to-toe. You should have fucking swept, dude. Hold on, I got to turn down my gain. My gain is up. I'm yelling way too much. I'm apologizing if I'm blowing out the speakers. It's just, it pisses me off. You had this one. And look, I'm not taking away from your excitement. I'm not going to go on here and rip any, I'm trying to temper him. I'm going to get into the positives because the positives was Moniak playing. Now, I guarantee you he's going to sit tomorrow. Watch. And there's a lot of transactions that have happened with his team, too, because due to injury. Gio Urshela got hurt tonight. Now, again, a lot of you were like, hey, Todd, you're too hard on Gio Urshela. You know, he couldn't play last night. Walsh had to play because Gio Urshela wasn't available. Then why was he starting today? Why was he starting today? He started today because he was healthy. He aggravated something running at first. But he could have played against the left-hander Heaney last night instead of automatic out Mr. Walsh. But Walsh came through with a double tonight. Okay. What did Rendon do today? Try to bunt with 2 strikes? A half-ass bunt at that? I mean, come on. There was not any kind of good effort in that at all. And then the worst news of all today, I'm working my ass off, and I get texts, I get messages, I get emails. Hey, your boy Squid's up. Shut up, man. Shut up, dude. You guys are so stupid. Squid's never going to touch an Angel uniform again. Why the fuck would you say that? Why are you just trying to ruin my day against Texas? Oh, no. Squid's up. Shut up. Third time. I checked the transactions. Squid's in the lineup. Not only is he on the team, he's in the lineup. And surprise, surprise. You know, Steve Elise hates Rendon and hates Adele. Those 2 players, her hatred for those 2 players is rolled up into one for my hatred of Squid. I hate that guy. He sucks. Worst ever Angel. I would pick Rendon over him any day. Any day. Let's see what good old Squid does. See, I love sushi, but I hate Squid. And then Squid, Mr. Velasquez. Oh, wow. What a shocker. 2 strikeouts. So let me get this, Perry. And this is on you now, Perry. You had Stefanik, Levon Soto, Fletcher, who I know is on bereavement, couldn't come up at the moment. And you had Jeremiah Jackson down there, all hitting better, stat-wise, more home runs, higher averages, and RBIs than freaking Squid. Squid's barely batting .214 in a hitter's league in the PCL in Salt Lake. And he barely came off an oblique injury. And you call him up? You have Stefanik who's raking right now. And you call Squid up? Are you fucking kidding me? The hell was that? In a Texas series. I wouldn't even call Squid up against Kansas City. What the fuck? We have Cable. You just sent Soto down. He can play the same position. At least he can hit. I can go in the box and know that I could strike out just like Squid. Squid can't do anything better than me in the box. We're even. You're even with him. Any of you can get in the batter's box and do better than him. Why do we need to see another fucking easy out there? We've already got 2 other easy outs. We already got Rendon and Walsh. Now you're going to throw him out there too? Oh my God, that was driving me insane. I couldn't even enjoy the game. Because I'm like, oh, this jerk is going to be hitting at some point. I got to watch him strike out again. I got to watch him look clueless up there again. I'm tired of him. My God, he's like, go away. He's a cockroach. Ward went 2 for 4 tonight. Ohtani hit the big 2-run home run and had 2 walks. Trouty Poo went 0 for 4 again, although the hit late in the 8th inning was hit hard, but once again, he gets no luck. It was hit right to the goddamn shortstop. Rendon looked like shit upon shit. The hat trick tonight, 3 strikeouts. Walsh got that double at least, but Moniak, one of the heroes tonight. RBI single, home run, go-ahead home run. Nah, we'll sit him tomorrow. You watch. You watch. Wallach was 1 for 4 tonight. He had a blast again. Good hitter. Velasquez is Velasquez. He's bullshit. And Renifo just said, hey, Velasquez, hold my beer. I'll do the same thing you did. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts. I don't understand the love affair with Squid. It's terrible. Now let's get into the pitching real quick. Shohei Ohtani gets the win. He goes to 6-2. Ovaldi goes to 9-3. Webb gets a hard-earned save. What a fucking save. That save will grow hair on his chest. That's how good of a save that was. Ohtani goes 6 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 2 earned runs. 3 strikeouts. So he wasn't exactly blowing these guys away, but it's one of the best lineups in baseball, if not the best. Davinsky came in, got the hold, pitched an inning, but left a little out there. 2 walks. 1 was intentional. Soriano, another clean inning. Could he have pitched a second inning? Well, of course he could have. But you know what? We're going to give him 2 days off after this because he only pitched 15 pitches. Again, less than 20 pitches again. You watch your ass. If we're in a save situation against lowly Kansas City tomorrow, I guarantee you he will not be available. Carlos Estevez. Oh, he's so tired. Oh! 3 walks. But by far Webb. An inning pitched. He gave up a walk, which he was squeezed. That was not his run. And he got a huge strikeout, and he jammed the greatest hitter of all time with one of the best rising fastballs, jammed Seager, and then jams Diaz right after that. Or not jams him, but just strikes him out on a high heat, on a rising fastball. That rising fastball that Webb have, see, you're so scared of him with his split finger and his changeup, or his split finger and slider, you forget he has that rising fastball. That's just good pitch calling. Whether he called that himself or freaking Wallach called it, beautiful to get Diaz to end the game. I will say this though, looking at it again, you have 3 or 4 more options down in the minors to pull up, and they go with Squid. I don't understand the logic in that. Just do yourself a favor right now. Go to the Salt Lake Bees, go to the Trash Pandas stats, like Google their stats, and look at their numbers and then compare it to dumbass Squid. Even Fletcher, who's on the bereavement, look at his stats. Look at all their stats compared to dumbass Squid. And look at his career. How do you earn a roster spot in today's Major League Baseball when you can't even reach base at all? Not even, you can't even say about this guy, well, he can walk, because Renifo can sometimes walk if he's 0 for 2, 0 for 3. This guy can't get a walk. He does nothing but strike out and pop out. That's all he ever does. He's a cheap-ass player. We should have DFA'd him a long time ago. Yet if he doesn't get hurt in mid-August or early September last year, he plays yet another 20 or 30 games. It's bad enough this dick was in our lineup for 120 games last year. 120 games! And he couldn't hit his weight at all. And we even dressed like him last year as motivation for some fucking reason. Yes, I'm railing on that. He distracted me from a good win. His ass shouldn't even be in the same ballpark as the rest of the Angels. I swear to God, it ruined my entire day. I'm over there doing my job, working for FedEx. Oh, here's your package. Here's your package. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, great day. I hope the Angels win tonight. And then I look at my phone. Fernando and all of them were like, oh, Squiddy Poo's up. Ah, shut up. Ha, ha. Martin's hitting me up, and I'm seeing all these messages. I'm like, oh, this is too much. It's not April Fool's. Let me check my calendar. It's not April Fool's. What the fuck? And it's true. One day of him is too much for me. I'm so pissed off. Fuck! I can't stand him. Go away. Go away, Squid. I booed his ass every game I went to last year. And some people couldn't figure it out. And then one guy was like, why are you booing our shortstop? Look at his fucking average. What do you think I'm booing him for? Go back to eating your Chinese and talking about your kid's soccer game. Fuck! Fuck! But anyway, let's get into the Stamos Award. I think you have to share this one. You have to share this one as a friend. And these two guys are going to share a beautiful looking golden Stamos tonight. You're gonna savor this one tonight. It's gonna be 2 players tonight that deserve it. And you know what? No, we're gonna throw a third one in there because of his dominant performance in the 9th inning. And that's gonna be Webb along with Shohei Ohtani and Mickey Moniak. Yes, those 3 players. Without those 3 players tonight, we lose this game hands down. Hands down. But Mickey Moniak with a big RBI single to tie the game and a big home run to put us ahead. 3 hits in the game, nice defense in center field. You got to keep playing him. You have to if you got to teach him how to play first base, and teach him how to play first base or move Ward to first base. You have to find a place to play. I'm sick of this shit that he can't hit lefties. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that narrative because you still have our boy Ward over there struggling. You got to play him. You have to find a place to play him. And Shohei Ohtani, what can you talk about? He didn't pitch all that bad tonight. He didn't pitch superb, Shohei Ohtani, but you know what he gave you? He gave you 6 innings. And he got you into that bullpen. And he got the job done. He got a crucial victory against a division rival, against a first-place team. And then what can you say about Webb? You could use the oldest cliche in the book and be like, he's got ice in his veins. He's got ice in his veins. He refuses to lose. Well, he came through, man. He didn't choke. The Rangers choked.
John Stamos choked on me.
He came through, man. So I'm going to tell Nevin this, man. I'm going to tell him straight up. You get Squid off my fucking roster right now, and you find a way to play Moniak every day.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
And Nevin better say yes. Because God damn it, that's a winning formula. Get Squid the fuck off this team. Get our boy Neto back as quickly as possible, or get Soto up here, get Fletcher up here, get Stefanik up here. There are players, even if we haven't seen Jeremiah Jackson, bring his ass up too. We have shortstops that can fucking hit in our organization, and we bring up the worst freaking player. You play to win the game. You don't play it just to play it. And when you make calls like that, you're playing the game just to play it.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.
And that was last night, too, with the shitty-ass calls and bringing in Tucker Davidson and Herget. You see what the bullpen could have did if we used those guys last night? Different story. We're talking about a 4-game fucking sweep. And then if they're all tired, if they all have to go memes, let's get them their little juice boxes, their little teddy bears, put their little cone head hat on them, fluff their pillows, and let them sleep all they want and take games off against Kansas City. But you needed this series, and thank God you were able to take 3 out of 4. But you should have swept, and I think that's the bad taste I'm going to have in my mouth. Maybe you guys are different about it. Maybe you guys feel, 3 out of 4 is still 3 out of 4. Fine, but I'm still hungry. I want that 4th win. Because as it stands right now, we could be sitting ahead or tied with Houston for 2nd right now. That is a missed opportunity of all missed opportunities. I'm still going to harp on that. I don't care if you guys think I'm wrong. I'm going to stick to it, dude. I'm going to stick to it. And it's okay if you have the other side of it, but I'm wanting this team. I'm being greedy because we've given away too many games tonight. Too many games. So I'm going to give Nacho Night out tonight.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
See, what I'm going to say right here is going to be kind of contradictive, but look, I don't care if he was hitting the wrist. We all know how soft Rendon is. But 3 strikeouts are 3 strikeouts. That's a hat trick. And yes, we won the game. And usually you give it to the opponent when they lose the game. You find the nachos. No, I'm giving it to Rendon's for his lazy ass attitude tonight and his play tonight. He was terrible. And you know who else gets nachos? Who else gets a helping? Just because he's there. Just because he's Squid. Just because he doesn't belong on the roster. Just because he's a fucking cockroach. Velasquez. Fuck you, Velasquez. You're getting nachos too. I don't give a shit. You still suck. See, every time he's brought up, I get mad. I can't stand him. Oh. Sorry, I'm like blowing the mic, dude. And I'm trying to like turn down the gain and I'm still blowing the mic, dude. Busting a Roger right now. I'm trying to adjust this so I don't blow the mic out. Yeah, I think I got it right now. Some of these knobs are turned all the way up. It's like, man, I don't know why. That game, the ending of the game had me, but dude, Vetter says, say good night to the Rangers. No excuses if Ohtani plays every day. Yes, Justin Option. No excuses. I'm tired of the excuses. We beat the best team in the West. Yes, we did. I'm so happy we got the win. Don't get me wrong. But I just can't deal with stupidity from our franchise. The way we're treating our players. I will challenge. Please name me in the comments any other team that gives load management or that says their relievers can't pitch on back-to-back nights. I'll wait because there are no other teams that do this. We are the only dumbasses in the league. Mr. Unicorn himself taking care of the Angels. Yes, sir. Also, I came back at the right time, I guess. The chair says, Trout, wait, Rendon, what? See, I wasn't paying attention to him. Where light the baby up. Too bad we didn't win yesterday. That's why you rest your bullpen, Todd. No, Sean. Look, okay. You can have, I'm not telling you you're wrong, but where was that last night? If we rest our bullpen, Sean, if I'm going to disagree with you right here. Estevez, remind me, did not pitch yesterday. He should be fully rested today. Then how come he shit the bed? That's not why you rest the bullpen. His ass should have been in there yesterday. See, damn, you got on quick. Yes, I did. Tony C said, sign Ohtani now. Vetter says, Todd, you are right. We should have swept the Rangers. All the young cats are doing it, and the veterans aren't doing shit. I'm right there. Way to go, Halos. Was watching FS1 mostly on mute. Felt good. James play that Ohtani home run. Let's see, light that baby up. Got to get Squid out of there. I feel like it too. Felt like an Apple telecast. They were terrible tonight. And I love me some Gooby, but they were terrible. I mean, Estevez is perfect, 18 for 18, bro. He's going to blow a save at some point. Can't be perfect ever. I get it, Don. I get it. But I'd rather him blow it after 3 or 4 games and then legitimately tell him, hey, he's tired. He's pitched 4 games or 3 games in a row. He didn't get that chance. He was fresh as can be, fresh as a cucumber, and still walked the bases loaded. So it does happen from time to time, but I'd rather not use an excuse for him. He just didn't have it tonight. Plain and simple. But we're over here trying to coddle him still and say, well, Nevin was right. Nevin was right. No, he wasn't. Webb for the Stamos. Yes, he does get a Stamos. It's a shared Stamos with Ohtani and also our boy Moniak. Angels playing like games right now. Love it. Hard-nosed baseball. Still not going to honk. Yeah, well, I wouldn't honk just yet. It seems like this team is getting in its own way at times. And I think that's the thing that's pissing me off because it could be a lot better. Think about all the games we've blown this year, dude, because we don't step on other teams' throats. Let's bunt with 2 strikes. Fucking Rendon. Exactly. What the fuck is going on with that idiot Trout? Trout just can't hit anything right now, even when he hits it hard. We are 1-0 with Squiddy Poon. Don't start, Vetter. Let's see, chances of injuries. Estevez blowing a save eventually was imminent. Yes, that's true. I'm not saying that he's going to be perfect. I'm just saying that you can't coddle these guys. You just can't, because this can happen whether he's off for a week or he's pitching a week. It happens. So I'm not saying that, I'm not making excuses for him walking the team is like Randazzo was. I'm just saying this whole this narrative that we have to continue to baby these guys is really too much. It's really too much. Like, it's got to be tempered, dude. I think we are looking way too much into this. Webb saved everyone's ass tonight. Estevez technically didn't have a blown save. Does this keep his streak alive? I'm not sure about that one. Trout and Rendon needs to step up. Switch Moniak with Trout in the lineup. Walsh actually hit a ball today. That's true. The chair says, always good seeing Ohtani go other ways, sort of, and he did tonight. This series felt like a playoff run. Would agree with you, ToddFox. And on another note, let's go Halos, 714 tickets, 714 tickets. My QBA1 says Joe Madden totally has the erection deflated in the 9th inning as he watched them not intentionally walk Seager. Yeah, where was that? He was like, I would have walked him right there. Also, Rendon out for the season. You think we get Nolan Arenado or Paul Goldschmidt? That seems to be like the Cardinals. Like, we're looking at the Cardinals. So where there's smoke, there's fire, because I've seen this online as well. Well, if the ultimate angel hate Eddings was on that crew. Yeah, dude, Eddings sucks ass. He was a terrible umpire in this entire series. Louis714 says it wasn't Esteban's night. Glad Webb said what the fuck and came in and got his game face on. And he looked angry and he got the job done. Kudos to him. James says, let's fucking go. Can you play some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse as a theme song for Moniac? You know what? I might get to that a little bit later in the show. So that's a good call right there. Rendon's still hurt, bunting and not swinging. My name is Super Crow Supra. Oh, okay, now he's owning up for it, man. He didn't think he was going to go that long in the game, so good on you right there. I mentioned about the umps in the pregame, and boom, all the series long. You were right there. Corey Seager is pretty good hitter. He is a good hitter. I just hate the guy. So, Sean, no disrespect to him. I know he's a good hitter. I just hate the fact that he was a Dodger, number one, and number two, now that he's a Ranger, and number three, that this organization still gives him way too much credit. I've seen better hitters. And the Angels just go right after him. You know, like I think Yordan Alvarez is much more was better than he is, but we still pitch to him. We still go after him. But for some reason, Seager's like, oh no, hands off. Drunk as fuck, Todd. Corey Seager is definitely elite crazy. All right, I don't think he's elite. Yeah, definitely easier to say Estevez didn't have it tonight. Exactly. Balls, and Angels injured over and over. Yes, we got some balls for that too right now. Hold on.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
I honestly feel that Estevez was in his own head tonight thinking for the save record. Jacob Webb, yeah, my bad. Also, Eric says, I have no complaints tonight. They took 3 out of 4 from Texas. It's all good besides the news about Neto. That's true because that could be anywhere from 1 to 6 weeks with the oblique. Marquez is awful on the crew as well. Seager been cooking our ass this whole series. Go check his stats. That man is a World Series MVP. No, he never won the World Series MVP. The Dodgers never won in 2020. That's a fictitious season. That season did never take place. Should never have taken place. I understand he's a good player, Don. I'm not fighting you on that one. I'm just saying we give him way too much credit. I can name you 30 other players that are way better than he is, including his own player that hits behind him, Diaz. That dude's better than he is. It's just Seager. He does kill the Angels. I get it, but we do not have to get. So does Yordan Alvarez. So does Altuve. But we still pitch to them. We're not scared of them. We still go after them. Let's see. Also, Sydney says black umpire dude, Jacob Webb, Otani, maybe Mickey is the Stamos. Also, the pitch on Seager wasn't out. It was. Webb and Davinsky have been so fucking solid this year under high-pressure situation. Huge win for Perry. Hunter says, I can't believe this umpire. He was terrible. Loop is our new closer. Don't go there, Efren. Sean says, we played Davinsky and Estevez yesterday, then we are most definitely losing today. Under Nevin's logic. Because you still had Soriano, you still had Webb, you still had other pitchers. Look, Webb got the save tonight. So, again, I'm still not going to go on that boat, dude. I've watched baseball too many years of my life to know that these guys, the human body has not changed. The analytics have changed the game. The human body has not changed. These guys can go multiple innings. They can go back-to-back nights. Starters can't, but relievers can. That's their whole job. Yet you're seeing less and less appearances by these relievers because of bullshit like this. And when you give games away with media, look, again, if you're let's just equate this to football. If you played a Monday night game last Monday and you won that game, and you've got, let's see, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, but you've got a Sunday game the next week, and Patrick Mahomes, you know, he took some hits, got beat up a little bit, but he's good, he's healthy, but because he didn't get adequate rest, in your opinion, you're going to sit him in the fourth quarter of a tie football game, regular season, and just say, hey, it doesn't mean anything, it's meaningless? No. Especially if it's against division rival. You're going to do that against the Raiders? You're going to do that against the Chargers? No. You're going to play him the whole fucking game. That's what he's paid to do. But that's what the Angels are doing. They're like, you know, he's too tired. You don't give games away. I mean, look, I would give games away if this team was a perennial playoff team and I could trust that this organization is going to kick our ass back into the postseason. Then I'd be like, yeah, you do you, boo. You've been winning. You have a track record. We don't have a track record of winning. So until they change that track record and that narrative, don't give me this bullshit. You play your guys. You play to win the fucking game. You just do. Especially against Texas. You can't tell me you would not be so happy had you got a 4-game sweep. Because that changes everything. You go from right now 4.5 out. If you didn't lose yesterday, you'd be 2.5 games out of first place. Let that sink in. You still want to go with backups? You'd be 2.5 games back of Texas, with Texas playing Toronto next, and we are playing Kansas City. Again, if you want to rest some guys, the next series would have been the series to do it. Let that sink in before you say, well, you know, if we didn't pitch him yesterday, if we pitched him yesterday, we wouldn't have him today. I'm just saying. Just think about it, man. Look, I've watched baseball all my life. I have never seen such wussified players, such coddled players. When I see every other team in this league be like, oh, that guy can pitch tomorrow, that guy can pitch tomorrow. I don't understand. Todd, but don't get a stroke, man. I'm not that old, Eric. Hunter says, I don't understand why we just can't get teams every day, but instead we just rest so many players. Exactly. It's soft. But, Sean, you win today, you win now. You can't worry about tomorrow. Win today. Exactly. Who will reach 200 first, Trout or Walsh? Laugh out loud. I hope that they both get back on track in KC. I do, too. XNC says, I agree. Last night was an easier situation to win than tonight. Todd sounds like my dad every time I forget to take out the food and it burns. Sports news. Hunter says, I think we sweep if we try the other night. At Dan Rios, we won today because we rested our I'm going to leave that one alone. Let's see. Also, Todd channeling Dennis Green and last night's game. Cue the Dennis Green soundbite. Yeah, we let him off the hook. Todd keeping it real. He analyzes everything because all these little things can be crucial during important games in the playoffs. And that's what I'm trying to do and trying to say because, again, we don't have a track record of making the postseason. Until we break that wall again and we get into the postseason, then if this is what gets us to the postseason, I'll shut the fuck up. I'll be the first one to tell you next season, you know what? Don't go after Nevin. Because if they rest these players, it's a formula that wins. And you know what? They proved me wrong last year. We got to the postseason. We went on a run. We did our thing. And I think he could get us back to the postseason with the same formula. But you know what? I've never seen this before in baseball, ever. So I'm more than skeptical. And I'm seeing us lose games that we should win. Yesterday was not the first time. It was like the 8th or 9th time. And that to me is not winning baseball. Again, if he proves me wrong and we get to the postseason, by far, you know me by now. If you watch this show enough, I eat crow. I'll admit when I'm wrong. I'm not going to sit here, blow smoke up your ass, and say, yeah, I called it. Nevin was right the entire time. No. I've been criticizing the way they've been doing things, Manassian and himself, this entire time. But if they prove me wrong, I will sit here right in front of you and tell you I was wrong. If Squiddy Poo hits a walk-off grand slam and helps us get in the postseason, dude, it'd be hard to do, but I would say I was wrong. Squiddy Poo for Stamos, how dare you, Vetter? That word and Stamos does not go in the same sentence.
How dare you?
Huge win, exactly, Kyle Strange says. Otani, unbelievable lately, a great win, Martin says. And by the way, they brought up Squiddy Poo, a massive hole in the lineup. Exactly. Todd, there's a thing called defense. Exactly. None of the other shortstops can play defense? I think they can. I really do. There's a thing called hitting, too. And he can't hit. Bochy ball for Stamos. Fletcher and Stefanik should be called up instead. I agree. Yeah, Soto should be up, not Squid, Kyle Strange says. It should have been Fletcher over Squiddy Poo, but Fletcher's on bereavement, so he can't be up there. I'll be hitting Squiddy Poo on Sunday. That top of the first inning, the big fart in the car with the windows rolled up. That was terrible. You got a chance. That could have been the game right there. You never know. I mean, you could have knocked him out in that first inning. Nah, Squid would be better than me. He had a fly out tonight, XNC says. Mickey says, we beat Texas with half a lineup. As a Texas pitcher, there was 2 hitters in the Angels lineup that had the chance of doing damage. Well, it was a win. It was a freaking win. And it was a big series win. I'm not saying it's not. I'm loving the fact we won 3 out of 4. Like I said before, I was calling a split before this. So, yes, I am happy, but it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth that we could have swept. We could be 2.5 out right now. Joseph says, already came to my bar, and he was saying last night how he's going to bring up Squid if you keep talking shit. This is on you. Well, you know what? I'm causing us all emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
How dare you, Joseph?
How dare you?
Soto will be the future superstar in this one day when given the opportunity. I think we already got our Neto superstar, but Soto will be good, Wayne. Eric says, watching Squid and Renifo in the same lineup is root canal. Ooh, hat trick for Stamos, Shohei, and Moniak and Webb. Exactly. Sit Trout tomorrow. Let Mickey play again, Vetter says. Sydney says that game will get Jacob Webb and Soriano going. Soriano's already going. Awesome pitching by Webb for sure. He was awesome tonight. Texas got lucky hit off of Otani, Doy says. Squid could get the nacho every game just because, and I think that's what's going to happen. We're just gonna give out multiple nachos, and he's gonna be like the bat boy. He's gonna be holding a hat, but it's gonna be full of nachos. How serious is Neto's injury looking? Any new info? It could be anywhere. He said he was feeling better, but it could be anywhere from 1 to 6 weeks. Load management, Todd. It's the new fad, pussification. It sucks, Eric. It does suck. Danny909 says, Otani playing like he deserves $500 million now. This is what we need from him and from our stars. Just hope Trout can join us eventually. What are the odds Nevin benches Moniak and Ward starts? Pretty good, especially in Kansas City. They might say, oh, it's too sunny on Saturday and Sunday for those day games, and they might just rest him there too. Ryan says, laugh out loud, the so-called GOATs, Trout still struggling mightily. 0 for 4. He needs to just see this shrink already. That and the fact that look what Otani's doing. He's hitting the ball to left center field. That means his power's there. His bat is there. His timing is on. Trout is still trying to pull the ball. Just go with what they're pitching you and catch up on the pitches on the outside corner and take it to right field. Take it to right field. Once you start feeling good, then you pull the ball. But right now he's getting so many fastballs and he's late on everything. Loop gets a participation award tonight, encouraging rookies to watch him on how his great contract while blowing games and when he seldom pitches. Good call, Jim. Light that baby up. I also didn't like that the Angels called up Squid because there was going to call up David Fletcher or another shortstop from Rocket City. Exactly. Yeah, I fucking hate Velasquez. This guy's a clown. That joke will never be a major leaguer. Exactly. We can see your mustache now, Masquerade. Oh yeah, it's coming out. Steve Lee says that, laugh out loud, this is his Adele. Also, Marty says, I won 200 in a party bet Otani to hit a home run and Squiddy Poo to go 0 for 4. The 0 for 4 one's like a given. Mickey is a maniac. Great win, Halos. I heard that all game, Steve Lee said. He won't take me, Jim. Hey, shut up. Share the Stamos like Magic Johnson shares his positivity. Good to see Walsh contribute tonight, Nick House says. Also, Jim says, actually, I'm going to pass that one because they're going back and forth. Jose Soriano is a stud, Jesus. Absolutely. Hunter loves him some Webb. Also does Sydney. Someone should call in tonight and defend Squid just so we can see Todd's head explode. It's going to explode if that happens. Sean says Astros lost. Thank you, Sean, for that. Also says, I just chimed in. Did we lose? We did win, box scorer says. It's a Squid kind of vibe in here. Jeremiah Jackson needs to be called up to the show, and he is a guy that we could have put there too. Astros just lost to the Nationals, so they stay where they're at. They're 3.5 out. We're 4.5 out now. Must have not been pretty enough. It's never enough to just win. We have to have Alaska win by 10 or bust. Well, here we go again with that. At Hunter, to what do the other players play? No teddy bears, rally monkeys tonight. Also, Jim says no cruise equals no rubber sheets. And you ever called 3 out of 4? Now you're mad. You're really mad over 3 out of 4. You should have been here for the whole show, box score. I'm not going to repeat myself. Let's see. Also, yeah, usually you troll me earlier in the show. Let's see. He's making it seem like we lost tonight. I'm not making it seem like we lost tonight. I'm just pointing out the warts that this team has and the fact that this, as good as Texas is, this should have been a clean sweep and a much better team, much better games here the last two games. Let's see. Also, Johnny B. Good says, same here, man. When heard that Squid got called up, I was so pissed my butt burped out aloud. What the fuck call was that? Exactly. I mean, there is no rhyme or reason for him being called up other than what the fuck. And then also when he got into the lineup, I was like,
oh shit, here we go again.
Nacho night to you for being mad when we won a series for the first place team. Only I give out the nachos, motherfucker. You can give me nachos on your page. Let's see. Also, the pettiness. We might as well should have lost. Oh, here we go. We're gonna go back and forth. I love it when I get trolled by my own guy. Like we troll each other. I love it. Let's see. We should be celebrating taking 3 out of 4 from the second best team in baseball. Nobody's saying we're not. I'm telling you we won 3 out of 4. But I'll recap since the box score is so early to the contest tonight. I'm pissed because Squid has no business being on this roster. I'm pissed because Wayne Randazzo makes excuses for Estevez being tired, and we're still working with a formula that that nobody else is doing, and we're resting our guys and making excuses for bad performances. Estevez just didn't have it tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts, whether he pitched yesterday or 3 days in a row or 2 weeks ago. He just didn't have it tonight. That's all you had to say was, hey, he didn't have it. No, it's this excuse that he needs more and more rest. Bullshit. If he was so goddamn tired, why was he in there? Same thing with freaking Gio. If he was so hurt, why was he starting tonight? Could have used him yesterday. Excuses. Bunch of excuses. We did win, but we gave away yesterday. I love the 3 out of 4. It just felt like we should have swept. It felt like we should have swept. We'd be 2.5 out. If you're happy with blowing games box score, go for it. Be my guest. But we blew last night's game, and we should have swept. And we almost gave this one away. And it would have been straight up losing the game. But, hey, they pulled it out. And I am happy we won 3 out of 4. If you were paying attention the entire show. But you obviously weren't here. Let's see. Let's see. Also, Rye says, instead of the Halo honk, can we get a Halo squeak? Well, the closest thing to a squeak is, I think I have this. No. That one. That's the Halo squeak. What do you feel about the umpire cries everyone is complaining about? Or the umpire... Look, the umpire was terrible tonight. The umpire was terrible in all 4 games. All 4 games. The umpire was ass. And tonight, the strike zone was all over the place. You had pitches in the same spot being called strike one moment, then ball the next. I don't blame the hitters for being pissed. I don't blame the Rangers. I don't blame the Angels. I'm damn near shocked that Nevin didn't go out there and get tossed himself. There was so many borderline calls that should have been strike. And there were so many blatant ones that should have been strikes that were called balls. So both teams were at an advantage at some point, and both teams were at a disadvantage. So it wasn't like it was like, oh, it's all against the Angels. No, this was just bad umpiring all around this entire series. Both teams got squeezed. And I think these games could have been a lot less scoring had they been actually calling it like it was. Future Hall of Famer and Angels legend Squid. How dare you, Jacob? How freaking dare you?
How dare you?
You should be watching the games on mute. I should be. You know, Otani's locked in when he's hitting balls as far as Oppo. Exactly. When he's hitting him Oppo, oh my God, it's awesome. Trash Rose lost and versus the Nationals. Dodgers down 4-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning should make you a little bit happier. It does, Marty, because again, one of their guys they pulled up from the minors sucks ass. He's got an 8 ERA. He's 0-2, and he's probably going to lose again. James says Seager is a threat in the middle, so I can understand that. Hey, umpire, get off your knees. You're blowing the game. I love that one. I told Todd after the first game that we were going to take 3 out of 4. Yes, Rally Chris did. Enjoy this 3 out of 4 and take down KC by 1 game at a time. Shohei Ohtani is the new Rangers killer. I hope so. Tonight was a confidence booster for Webb, so that's huge factor for this. And I agree. Dodgers losing 4-0 to the White Sox right there. That's good. Don Hammond says Angels fans getting ready to be cocky. I'm like, let's not act like we expected us to win this series. My expectations are low. Regardless, we got to prove this shit. We haven't done shit in the longest. Exactly, Don. And that's my point. We need more wins like this. We need competitive baseball. We need consistency. We don't need to start reinventing the wheel. Again, when was the last time you've seen a baseball team do load management? I'll wait. I've seen this a bunch in the NBA. And what's happened to the NBA? Ratings are down. The play sucks. And you go to pay to see your superstar play. And guess what? He has a night off for no fucking reason. And they play half the games that these guys play here in baseball. I don't want to see baseball turn into that. And I don't want to be known as the team that started this shit in the first place. Again, tell me another team that does this shit. There is none. Donald said, had to listen to the Rangers commentaries all night, wanted to run through a wall. Yeah, they're terrible, Donald. Terrible. David says it was mentioned in the post game on Sunday that they were taking 3 out of 4 but losing the Heaney game, and it happened. That's crazy, David. Better says Anthony Rendon is getting x-rays right now. Gio Urshela hurt his hip, and he's on crutches. He's going to get checked in Kansas City, David Fletcher. Well, or Jeff Fletcher. I would expect David Fletcher up here soon. I would expect Stefanik up here. You have got to send down that piece of shit. You have to send that squid down. It's your boy says the Angels especially have been known to be heavily used on the analytics in a weird way with their relievers. They need to find a good mix of analytics and traditional ways, in my opinion. I agree. That's all I want is some sort of balance. I've said it before. I'm not against analytics, but you can't go heavy on one side and heavy on the other. You have to find a balance. And you're absolutely right. It's your boy. Let's see. We are going to get more Squiddy Poo coming. Oh, my God. Please, no. Please, no. This is me, dude, every time I see him.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Exactly. Give Squid Nacho every day, even when he goes 4 for 4. He will. He will get it. Sterling says, I need some cherries. Oh, so you're going to be drinking. Sterling's all up in that. He's all up in the what is it called? Shirley Temples, man. I think him and what is it called? God, what am I blanking on everyone's name today? Big Hammer are going to be drinking a lot of that. Matt will be on the show soon, Anna said. All right, nah, the Magic Johnson joke was bad. Let's see, congrats, Anna. So sick of Mike Trout. I don't know what to do, man. Dude, he's got to start connecting. Again, this guy's got to start connecting. If he's not, stop pulling the ball. Try to hit the right field. I'm telling you, that will get his confidence up. Why is chat so mad about the opinion? Laugh out loud. I guess that we got probably squid stands. We probably do. Been sick of that dude too. Johnny says all these injuries are happening because of Marino curse. I hope not, because this team is playing the best it possibly can. And now we're probably going to lose Rendon for like the 4th time this year. I've heard Squid got called up because MLB wants to DJ again the All-Star after party. Squid dresses well, so there's that. Shut up. Anna says Moniak had a good game. Enjoy the bench tomorrow. Exactly. That was pretty sweet fly out by Squiddy Poo, really putting out his best stuff tonight. Sydney, we lost 3 at bats, man. I'm just glad that we won tonight. Now we got to show up against Kansas City. Yeah, this series against Kansas City literally is one of those where you can't look at them and say we're gonna roll them. Just take it one game at a time and play it out, because again, any team can win in this league. Look what Oakland did the other day. Holy shit, we won. Now send down Squid and call it Fletcher. Philip says, I really hope Squid isn't here permanently. He needs to be gone tomorrow. Thank you, Philip. I totally agree. Pedro says, Levon Soto couldn't be recalled back because he was sent down on the 6th, and he has to serve 10 games before being called up. Ooh, I didn't know that, Pedro. But you still got Stefanik. Call up anybody. Good point, Pedro. I'm not shitting on it. Give me anybody else. Anyone with a pulse. We've had bad umpires on other games that cost us a game, so it's good to see one on our side. Exactly, Josh. Grillmaster says umpires in order for this game were Ramon De Jesus, Lance Barrett, notoriously bad Doug Eddings, which he was terrible, and Alfonso Marquez. That guy sucks. Just check. Squid has 490 at bats and a 190 average. Cue the fart sound. Oh my gosh, here it is for you. Exactly. Grillmaster says when Seaman, Bochy, and Mike Maddox get tossed, they get a lot of emotional damage. They sure did, all at the same time.
Emotional damage.
Also, I want to know what was said between Estevez and Nevin. I also know what Webb said when they put him in the game. Dude looked pissed off. Yeah, Ray Ochoa, I'm with you there. I kind of touched on that earlier in the game. I thought that was classy by Nevin. I don't give that guy much credit, but I give him a lot of credit in this situation because he came through and he was calming down Estevez. Look, Estevez was on every like we were watching every pitch. And with bated breath and hoping that Webb could get the job done. So was he, man. He did not want to get tagged for a loss right there and walking the bases loaded, and Webb got the job done. Everybody hates Squid for what? He's a he's a really good player. No, he's not. Now can we get Stukas over Disneyland? Jeez, congratulations to the grads right there. Anna, Stukes over Disneyland is a banger song. Also, Ump gave us a call on that Seaman strikeout. Actually, Dimitro, that was right there. That was a borderline call, but we'll take it. Let's see. Did Nevin outcoach Bochy again? And see, you would get ejected. That was an Oprah Winfrey moment. You get ejected. No, you get ejected, and you get an ejection. So that was pretty awesome. I was liking that big time. But let's see who got this. I got this one. So fast. That's our Stukas right there. I had to play the karaoke version. Don't want to get the strike. California Angels fight song should be with the Rally Monkey. You know what song that I liked, and I'll play it real quick. And it's what is it called? It's a song that they used to play in the late '90s. I was talking with Halo Joe about this, and it's a song that I liked a lot that they don't play anymore. And it was like the theme song to that season. It was either what is it called? The 97 season or the 98 season? God, what was the name of that song? It was Van Halen. It was this one. Watch, I'll punch it up because this was a down ass song. Michael Keaton. They used to play it every time when they were down in games, and that was way before the Rally Monkey. So I liked it back then, and it was sort of like because the lyrics of the song fit the Angels. Like, come on, let's turn this thing around. It was right now. Watch. They played you up right there, and then the lyrics. Hold on. See, that's the song I liked. Like, come on, it's right now. I think that's the song that should be the team right now, because right here, right now is where we got to win. Right here, right now, we got to make the postseason. If you want any hope of keeping Ohtani, if you want any hope of keeping this team together, right here, right now, that should be the theme song of this team. Stop with the bullshit Rally Monkeys, in Star Wars backgrounds and Avatar and music videos. That stuff's played out. Let's go back to something that actually worked back in the day. Let's go like he's dead. The Rally Monkey's dead and buried. Let's go with some Van Halen. Let's go with some kick-ass lyrics. That's what I'm about. That's what I want to hear at the stadium. I want to hear that with comebacks and everything else like that, because right here, right now, we got to get into the postseason. Maybe right here, right now gets Trout going and Walsh going and the rest of these guys going, because right now we need these. We got easy outs now. You bring up Squid, that's another easy out. Rendon, easy out. These guys got to get hitting. We're depending on Drury. We're depending on Ohtani. We're depending on Neto, who's now hurt. We're depending on Theis. We're depending on Wallach. There's a problem there. 3 of those 4 hitters that aren't hitting are prime players that we need to be hitting. Can't always depend on freaking Ohtani. We can't. These guys got to get it going. So it is really concerning, like Daniel says. It's really concerning. If you guys want to call in, 714-598-3221, 714-598-3221. Oh man, it was a good emotional win, but I'm still thinking we left something out there, man. I'm still thinking we left something out there. Could have got that sweep, man. And a lot of people are probably pissed off of my take tonight, but man, We're by winning instead of just winning.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
We could have been just straight up.
Wow, winning.
But no, we didn't get that win. We didn't get that win yesterday. Now, real quick, let's jump into, because I know these aren't even, they're not even updating the standings right here. Hold on. I need to find the updated standings. Let's see. I want to read these off real quick because, oh, shit. Boy, our soccer team, why is it that I've never been into soccer real quick. That's the first thing that pops up on ESPN. That's why ESPN sucks. But you go to ESPN and it literally has America versus Mexico. Like, didn't they already play? Like, how many times they have to play? And then America's beating them 3-0. I used to think when I was a kid, I'm like, man, Mexico. You go to Mexico, they have, they're flaunting Mexico flags and soccer forever. They're selling tampons with Mexico players. You know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. I'm like, man, this must be the greatest team of all time. And then, I'm filled in over the years. Like, man, that team sucks. I'm like, I don't understand why they don't like baseball more in Mexico, because their baseball is, from what I've seen, is much better than their soccer. Up-to-date standings right here. The Angels are 39-32. 7 games once again over 500. 4.5 games out of first place. Yes, not the wild card. We're out of first place. And then you have 3.5 back is the Houston Astros of the Texas Rangers. So we just went into Texas and took 3 out of 4. That's hella good. That is hella good. And I'm not shitting on it. I know some of you think that I am, but I'm just feeling like, man, we could have did it, dude. We could have took all of them. So that's where I'm at with that. Let's see. Hold on. I think I got something on here. There's something wrong with this system. Try to call in now, because I think that's why I'm not getting any phone calls, because I think this thing should be lit up. But there was something wrong with the Skype. So try it again, and it might go through. If not, we just don't have phones tonight, and I just have to reset the whole damn system. And if I do that, then I get kicked out of everything. So, let's see. Yeah, I would call in right now if you guys want to. If not, if it's not working, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. There shouldn't be any issue with it. But my luck, that's what usually happens. Get a good win. Should have the Nacho Night for the phone tonight. See, they need another Fernando Mania coming out of Mexico. At Todd, Mexico soccer has been awful lately. Mexican baseball is pretty legit, but the country doesn't invest in the team. That makes sense, Dimitro, because, again, I've seen Mexican league ball, them play down there, and they play their ass off. They play really good. They're competitive. But I don't know what it is, man. I really think that they should invest more down there, because, good God, they've got some talent down there. The soccer, not so much, especially lately. Their soccer has been getting torched. And by America sucks at men's soccer. I mean, women's soccer is another thing, but men's soccer is terrible, or at least it's very, very below average. And I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Damn, I don't understand why it's not working. Are you guys not getting a dial tone or something like that? Because it should be freaking working. And I don't know why it's not working. So we might just not have phone calls, and I might just have to reset everything. We'll just have to keep it in the comments. Damn Doyers. Uh-oh. They come back or something. ESPN rankings of the Angels from 17 to 11. Brian says. And that's the thing with ESPN too. They don't particularly they don't give us much credit. Let's just be honest. They don't give us much credit. They look to the Dodgers just tied it up in the 7th inning. Obviously, that's whack. But no, they don't give us much credit at all. They're always looking to downplay the team and try to get the players, or like Ohtani, moved out of the franchise completely. Because God forbid we have anything nice. They like to have certain teams have all the talent. They like the East Coast to be fully supplied with stars. They do not like the Angels to have anything nice. That is for damn sure. Yeah, dude, I don't understand. There, any other news on the calls? Because I don't see anything coming through, which is completely whack. I don't know what the hell is up there. Because I've tried resetting this thing like 3 times already. I'll try it again. Maybe I can get it to work here in a second. As it's signing out, I'll probably try to sign back in. Angels, let's go over the standings real quick. While it's doing that, I'll do some filler. Tampa Bay's up 5 games on the Baltimore Orioles. They're up 9.5 on the Yankees. Toronto Blue Jays are 11 games out, which is crazy. They have a similar record to us. Red Sox are finally fading for good. They're 34-35, 14.5 games out. The Central's an embarrassment. 35-34 gets you 2.5 game lead and in first place in the Central. And then you got the Ohio Shitfucks who are 2.5 games out. Chicago White Sox are 5 games out. Detroit Tigers are 6 games out. Kansas City's got the worst record in the league now, thanks to Oakland's win streak. Texas Rangers are 42 and 26, 3.5 up on the Astros, 4.5 up on your Halos, 8.5 up on the Mariners, who are a game under 500, and they are 24.5 games up on the Oakland A's, 19 and 52. In the East, in the National League, it's 43 and 26 Atlanta, 5 games up on Miami. They're 8 games up on Philly. They are 10.5 games up on Billy Epler's team. Wow, what a great GM Billy Epler is. That shit fuck couldn't get it done here. He was a puppet for all puppets to see, and he was Artie's man, and at least Manassian can do something on his own. Epler can't, and that's why that team is 10.5 games out. It's always about shiny toys, not actually getting substance. Pittsburgh somehow is in first place, a half game up. That Central Division sucks. The Brewers are underperforming like crazy. They're a half game out. Don't look now, but the Cincinnati Reds are a game out. Chicago, as bad as they are, they're only 3.5 games out. St. Louis is still 8 games out and 15 games under. Arizona Diamondbacks have slumped in the last couple games. They're only 2.5 up on the Dodgers. They're 4.5 up on the Giants. They're 7.5 up on the underperforming Padres, and the Rockies are the Rockies in last place. Now Skype's not even pulling up at all, so there's that. So it doesn't look like we're going to get any phone calls tonight. Probably a lot of you guys dropped off for that. Also, let's see, I rang 4 times and then shut off. Yeah, I did no phone calls tonight. As far as the poll goes like this. Were you annoyed by Wayne Randazzo's constant excuses for Estevez being tired or gassed? 53% said yes, 47% said no. So there you go, out of 86 votes. So we'll go with that. It wasn't the best poll of the night, but I feel that was it was needed to be brought up. Couldn't get anything else out of that one for sure tonight. But what a game! I know I tempered myself. I know I went off and probably pissed a few people off. But dude, I had to say it, man. I'm tired of Squid. I'm tired of the excuses, and I'm tired of the way that we use this bullpen. We've given away too many games, and we've got to get better, and we got to be better at that. But I have a feeling this is going to be something that I've got to sit back and just be like, hey, you know what? It is what it is, and we're going to live and die by the analytics. I think we're going to live and die by the analytics. Tommy Chin says live game this weekend. No, I think it's going to be next week. I think we might do a Dodger game. So if we do, we'll be on here for the live to get that going. We'll definitely let you guys know. I'm going to cut it short tonight with that. My voice is strained. I was yelling a lot, but I appreciate everyone checking in, everyone's comments. Like I said, there's no real, there's no right or wrong answers. We're all giving our opinions, so don't feel bad if I disagree, because again, I'm not always right. I'm wrong a lot. So, we have our takes. Sometimes it's in the moment. Sometimes we're right. Sometimes we're wrong. So it's all about baseball. It's all about the Angels. And hopefully this team can continue to win into the next series in the Kansas City. So with that being said, everyone have a good rest of your night. And tomorrow's Friday. Let's get the job done against the Angels. And see, Big 20 is like, I have to tell you about the party. You can tell me tomorrow. I'll have the phones working tomorrow. So everybody have a good night. Go Angels.